Hello, my beautiful vibe drivers. Welcome to your December 28th, 2020 reading. This is Monday's energy. As we step closer, one more step closer, one more day closer to the new beginning of 2021, we are closing out our energy and manifesting. So we're tying it up with a nice little bow and bringing ourselves into the new beginning with the Fool. This is the actual new cycle beginning. This is the card that signifies we're starting a whole new cycle. So it doesn't just mean annually, it means a new cycle in your life. So this is a perfect manifestation card at the bottom of the deck, which means the deck is packed with that energy. And you'll see me use some cut cards. I'll explain those as they go. You can always visit royalmystic.com, and whether you want to visit the store, the Royal Mystic Curiosity Shop, there's a link there. Or if you want to check out being a Vibe Tribe member and you want to be part of the membership, you can see what that all entails. And always, all my services are listed on this website, royalmystic.com. Everything you need, should be able to find it there. So, without any further ado, let's see what we've got going and get our affirmations cranking to close out this year and move into the next one better, bigger, better, and always, always affirming the positive. So, absolutely. Here we go. We've got the Fool. What's our cut card with that? We have the Fool and the Princess of Swords. So this is bringing in, all of a sudden, the light is turned on and we can see. This is information coming in. She is considered the page in the other decks. So thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow everyone to have the information they seek, to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. We thank you for this divine guidance as always, and we welcome this blessed energy. Thank you so much, Divine. So we have our 3 cards, and you saw the second cut card came with the Chariot. So it's the information of upgrade coming in. So as we start the next cycle, it's a cycle of upgrade. We love that. Our underlier, nice, the World card. This is always a good solid energy of stepping through the portal into the next dimension. I just had to see what's under there. We've got strength. So we have what it takes to move to the next cycle, and it is time. This is perfect timing. This is stepping into the natural opening, okay? So this is the vortex opening for your betterment. We have the grounding energy as our top card. I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. Now, I want to remind you of something. When you're grounding, you don't want to lock yourself into where you can't flex. Don't be unflexible, but do have a tether in case something jumps loose, right? That's all this means. It doesn't mean lock, because if you lock yourself in too deep, then you won't be able to move when it's time to move. So I heard a conversation happening, and it just somehow that clicked in my mind was not to make yourself a fixed object. Okay, you're just anchoring temporarily, right? But that's the whole thing, is let the wave of emotion pass, but you get to hold safe, right? That's what it's about. Grounded energy also lets you drop the anxiety. That's all it's for, though. It's just a little communication line between you and Mother Gaia. Intuition. My intuition guides me to people, places, and jobs that I enjoy. Love that. This is where we have to allow ourselves to trust our inner voice, our inner guidance. Your soul is always there trying to help. It doesn't yell, though. It speaks very softly, and it's easily ignored. So you have to remember, you're dealing with 2 situations here. Do you ever wonder why you have 2 sides to a brain? Because they don't control the right and left side of your body. One side is more dominant and creative and spirit. That's your right brain. So that's the place where visual and all of that comes in for art and different creative stuff. And the left brain is logic. So you have to remember that if you're always in your logic mind, then you never give your creative voice a chance to speak up. And that's what happens is we've been taught to use our logic over our creative to intuition. So we have to compromise between our right and left brain. Allow yourself to use both, right? It's a dance. You have to be able to allow both. Both are important. That's why we don't only have one solid brain. There's a reason for both, and you have to be able to be flexible and move back and forth in those two cognitive things. Emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to appreciate. Oh, so sorry, I was going to say appreciate. Let's try this. To approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. And if I'm not mistaken, I used the word wonderment earlier. Isn't that odd? I don't use that word. That's the only reason I remember it, because I thought, where'd that come from? There you go. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So stand back and be the observer, as though you've never seen a flower bloom before, and let your childlike enthusiasm and innocence embrace you as you are overtaken by the glorious beauty of it all. Now we have I Forgive Myself. That is the top card here. This is important to do, especially right at the end of the year. You have to be able, if you feel like you have gone past any boundary, or you've encroached, or you've overreacted, or whatever it may be, you stepped on someone's toes, or reacted out of anger or out of fear, so that happens too. And sometimes we don't react, and we have to forgive ourselves for that. I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. So one of the things we do when we're in unforgiveness, especially of something that we've done, is we punish ourselves. We start to think in ways of where we have our, how we should pay for that, right? That's the thing. Then we have to say, oh, well, I have to make that right. And then we start the punishment phase on our own self, being too critical. The point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done. It has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge, and I now take my own power back. I am safe, and I am free. The point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. And this is where we start. We begin again from the beginning again. We're starting in January 1st of 2021. And this is our manifestation time. So we've got the World card, and previously in the two cuts we had the, let's see, it goes that fast out of my mind. I know I had the Page of Swords. Oh, it was the Fool. The Fool and the Page of Swords, and then when I cut again, the Fool disappeared and took the Page of Swords to this side, and then we had the Chariot. So that explains the world being in this mesh, okay? Now let's see what we've got up here. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is an important card, and this one, the artwork makes you look at it a little differently. That's why I like this deck, because it's a little different. The artwork has a whole different connotation to it. So this is the sunset, Okay, and the reason I say it's the sunset is because darkness is at the top. As that sun goes down, darkness follows. So this is the close of this year. And these are all the things that have happened throughout the year. And we're going, yeah, okay, so we're going to let the sun set on that. That's all done. It's all, but we've got these two for the new creative energy. So there's the blankness, the blank slate, the clean slate, the fresh start. And the universe already gave us 2 new cups to start it with. So this is that moment of not lingering in the sunset of this year. Let yourself move forward and create what you want coming up next year for 2021. Now, let's see what we've got for our middle card. Oh, nice. You get to choose how you want to approach this. And the good news is there's no wrong way. These are options. It just says you get to have the preference. You have free will. Don't forget that it is a gift and a powerful thing, because that means you're not pigeonholed into the. It's like saying, I want you to paint me a picture, or I want you to make me a piece of art. However you would like to do it, whatever you feel. You can use any medium, you can use any paint, you can use any color. So how can you be wrong when you do that? You see what I'm saying? So this is that moment. You get to change everything to what you see it. And by doing that, you actually create your future the way you want it. So there's no wrong answer. And that's the moment of creation. So here we are. This is all about it's out there for you, babes. All of you. There it is. It's in the making. It's up to you to choose. That's really true. That's what this is telling you. It's all up from here. And you get to create it the way you want it. And you get to put your energy in it to make it the way you want it. This is that moment where all your reality gets to emerge from within you. And your intuition. And your ability to compromise between logic and spiritual creation. And allow yourself to forgive any mistakes we made in this year, or anything that has been done against you in this year. All things are forgiven and moving forward, so you don't have to carry it. Because if you do that, you're just pulling it like it's tethered to you, and you're pulling it through the doorway of this brand new start. We don't want that. We want to leave it behind. That's what this is also saying. We must leave it behind. So, many blessings to you all, and I hope you have a fabulous Monday. Namaste, my friends.